In the late 80s and early 90s, a new sound started to emerge from the music scene in Seattle. It was all about 3-chord power rock, flannel shirts, and screaming at the top of your lungs. This new style of music was called grunge. And in the mid to late 80s, 4 Seattle bands formed and took over the world with this new sound. Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, and Nirvana, or the Big Four as these bands are more commonly known as nowadays, broke onto the music scene, took over MTV, took over the radio stations, and took over the entire world with their new sound. Record sales went through the roof, sold out concerts, #1 albums and singles, taking over the charts. It seemed this new grunge rock movement could not be stopped. However, as we look back at those Big Four bands now, 3 of those frontmen, who were widely known and had millions of fans all over the globe, have now passed away. However, none of them lived to be a ripe old age by any means. In fact, they all died very young. The youngest and the first to pass away was Kurt Cobain, lead singer for Nirvana. He passed away in April of 1994. He was only 27 years of age. And then we had Layne Staley. He actually passed away on the exact same date that Kurt Cobain passed away. It was in 2002, April the 5th. And he was the lead singer of Alice in Chains. And he too was also very young, just 34 years old. And the most recent was Chris Cornell, lead singer of Soundgarden. He passed away in May of 2017. Now, he lived a bit longer than Kurt and Layne. He lived to 52 years of age, however, still a young man by his own rights, leaving 3 of those 4 big grunge bands from Seattle with no lead singer and no future. However, one band did continue on out of the bunch, and that's Alice in Chains. To date, they have gone on to record 3 studio albums and sounding really great too. I recommend checking out their 2009 album, Black Gives Way to Blue. Some really awesome sounds on there. There is obviously no replacing your original lead singer who has passed away. However, I think Alice in Chains are doing admirably. And they have released some very good music, so good on them. So that leaves Pearl Jam as the only band of those Big Four who still has their lead singer alive today, and that is Eddie Vedder. He is still rocking strong, so good on him. It is very tragic that these bands came to an end the way they did, and these lead singers passed away the way that they did. It truly is a tragic tale. These were very successful bands. Their music was totally awesome. Millions of followers around the world. Just a really sad and tragic pattern that continued on with those bands. However, this video is a tribute to those guys who have passed away. Kurt, Layne, and Chris, all from their respective bands. It's the Alice in Chains song Brother from their SAP EP. They also performed it on their 1996 MTV Unplugged set as well. Part of the Big Four grunge bands that took over the world with their new sound and passed away far too soon.
Frozen in the place I hide, not afraid to paint my sky with some who say I've lost my mind. Brother, try and hope to find you. Were always so far away. I know that pain, so don't you run away. 'cause my hand is pulling them hard as I can. You were always so far away. I know that pain, and I won't run away like I used to do. Pictures in a box at home, yellowing and green with mold, so I can barely see your face. Wonder how that color tastes. You were always so far away. I know the way, so don't you run away like you used to do.